Lovely viewers, gather around because today's story is sending shockwaves across the internet. And if you thought Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo couldn't get any more adorable, prepare yourself for this one. PDA alert. Yes, you heard it right. Our beloved couple was spotted getting cozy at a glamorous star-studded event, and fans are losing their minds. This wasn't just another red carpet appearance. This was romance unfolding under the bright lights, with cameras flashing and fans screaming at the top of their lungs. The moment they arrived, the atmosphere changed. Guests who were already dazzled by the glitz and glam of the evening suddenly turned their attention to the power couple. Lee Min-ho, ever the gentleman, walked in with his sharp suit, his aura commanding attention, while Song Hye Kyo floated in wearing a gown so elegant it seemed like it was made of stardust. Together they were more than just celebrities, they were the main event. And yet, it wasn't just their looks that stole the night. It was the way they acted around each other. Lovely viewers, let me paint the picture for you. They weren't standing apart like many couples do at public events. No, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo stayed close, their hands brushing, their eyes meeting often, as if the entire glamorous evening existed just for them. Fans who were lucky enough to be in attendance couldn't stop whispering about the undeniable chemistry. Some even said that the way they leaned in to talk to one another, ignoring the chaos of cameras and flashing lights, was enough to melt every heart in the room. Then came the moment that made headlines. In the middle of the event, when the crowd was buzzing and photographers were busy snapping pictures of the biggest stars, Lee Min-ho gently slipped his arm around Song Hye Kyo's waist. She responded with the sweetest smile and leaned into him, resting her hand lightly on his chest. Lovely viewers, imagine the screams online when those photos hit the internet. Fans wrote things like, "This is the PDA we've been waiting for," and "They're too perfect, it hurts." But it didn't stop there. Eyewitnesses reported seeing them sharing little whispers and laughter throughout the evening. One insider even mentioned that during the dinner portion of the event, Lee Min-ho leaned over to feed Song Hye Kyo a bite of dessert. Can you picture that? In the midst of flashing lights and star-studded glamour, they found little pockets of intimacy, and those moments were more romantic than any scripted drama could ever be. Fans immediately flooded social media with comments like, "This is straight out of a K-drama but better," and "Can they stop making us single people cry like this?" And as if the night wasn't already memorable enough, when the event's music turned upbeat and guests were encouraged to take to the dance floor, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo didn't shy away. They danced. Not stiff, formal dancing, but relaxed, happy movements that showed just how comfortable they are with one another. At one point, he spun her around, and the crowd erupted with cheers. Cameras caught every second of it, and within minutes, clips were circulating online, racking up millions of views. Fans called it the dance of the year, and declared the couple the ultimate romance goals. Lovely viewers, what makes this so exciting isn't just the PDA itself, it's what it represents. For so long, fans have speculated about the depth of their bond, and while we've seen glimpses of their love through interviews, rumors, and even subtle social media hints, moments like this are undeniable. They're not just comfortable showing affection in private. They're willing to let the world see it too. That's powerful. That's a statement. That's love on full display. Of course, the internet exploded with reactions. Hashtags like #MinHyoCozy and #PDALert shot straight to the top of trending lists. Fan edits flooded TikTok and Instagram, set to romantic ballads and K-drama soundtracks, while Twitter became a sea of GIFs, memes, and screaming fangirl posts. One fan hilariously wrote, "I'm suing because my heart can't take this much cuteness," while another said, "They're feeding us better than any drama ever could." But beyond the humor, there was genuine warmth. Fans felt included in the love story. It wasn't just about watching two stars. They felt like they were watching two people genuinely in love, sharing real moments, and letting their supporters in on the magic. And let's be honest, lovely viewers, don't we all need reminders like this? That even in a world of fame, flashing cameras, and endless scrutiny, love can still be soft, sweet, and beautifully human. Now, here's where you come in, my dear viewers. If you were at that event, what moment would have made you scream the loudest? Would it be the hand on the waist, the feeding of dessert, or the dance that felt like a scene out of a romance film? Imagine yourself in that glamorous hall, surrounded by stars, and yet your eyes glued only to Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo as they turned the event into their own little love story. Which moment would you tell your friends about forever? Share it in the comments because your perspective makes this story come alive even more. As the night ended, reports say the couple left hand in hand, not rushing, not hiding, but glowing as though they had just lived one of the best nights of their lives. And isn't that what makes this story so beautiful? It wasn't about the glamour of the event, the cameras, or the fame. It was about two people choosing to be present with each other, showing the world that love isn't meant to be hidden. It's meant to shine. Lovely viewers, let's be honest. These are the moments we live for as fans. To see the stars we admire not just shine in their careers but shine in love. To see them happy, comfortable, and unapologetically romantic. That's why this PDA alert isn't just news. It's a celebration. And from the looks of it, Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo are only just getting started when it comes to letting the world in on their love story. When Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo walked out hand in hand at the end of the event, many thought that was the end of the story. But in truth, it was just the beginning of even more fan-fueled excitement. The way they held each other's hands wasn't rushed or cautious. It was steady, warm, and intentional. That simple act said everything without words. We're together, we're happy, and we want you to know it. Some fans stationed outside the venue caught clips of the couple leaving, and those shaky fan-recorded videos are now circulating like wildfire. In one of them, Hye Kyo is seen laughing at something Lee Min-ho whispered, and the sound of fans screaming in the background makes the video feel almost cinematic. People online have been looping it endlessly, adding captions like, "This is the moment that healed my week," and "Forget dramas, this is the real-life romance I signed up for." Lovely viewers, imagine being there in person. Imagine seeing your favorite stars who you've admired on screens for years, standing inches away from you, radiating love that feels so genuine you can't help but get goosebumps. Would you scream like the fans did? Would you cry tears of joy? Or would you stand frozen, just soaking in every second of that once-in-a-lifetime view? These are the kinds of questions fans have been asking themselves all over social media. And the answers are as diverse as they are heartfelt. And here's what's even more exciting. Body language experts have already started weighing in on the clips and photos. Some say the way Lee Min-ho positioned himself slightly in front of Hye Kyo as they walked out shows his protective instincts. Others pointed out how Hye Kyo kept leaning toward him throughout the night, a sign of deep trust and comfort. Fans are eating it up, analyzing every detail, zooming into every hand squeeze, every exchanged glance, every subtle touch. For them, this isn't just PDA. It's evidence of a love story unfolding before their eyes. The cozy behavior at this glamorous event also set off a wave of speculation about what's next. Fans are now buzzing with the idea that maybe Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo are finally ready to step into the public eye as a couple without reservation. Will they start attending more events together? Will they give interviews side by side? Could there even be a magazine cover shoot celebrating their love in the near future? Lovely viewers, the possibilities have fans on edge, waiting and hoping for the next surprise. And let's not forget the ripple effect among other celebrities at the event. Eyewitnesses reported that fellow stars couldn't help but smile at the sight of the couple being so affectionate. Some even teased them playfully, clapping or cheering when Lee Min-ho wrapped his arm around Hye Kyo's waist. It turned the glitzy gathering into something more than just an industry event. It became a celebration of love, laughter, and connection. But here's what makes this truly special, lovely viewers. It wasn't overdone. Their PDA wasn't for show or exaggerated. It was natural, effortless, and real. They weren't performing for the cameras. They were simply being themselves. And that authenticity is what has fans screaming the loudest. Because deep down, everyone knows that the strongest love isn't about dramatic gestures. It's about the quiet, consistent moments of care, laughter, and closeness. Now let's make this interactive as always. If you were in charge of capturing one moment from this glamorous night to frame forever, what would it be? The hand on the waist, the whispered laugh, the dessert feeding, or maybe the dance that had everyone cheering? Share it in the comments because every fan sees love differently, And your answer might just spark another wave of heartwarming discussions. And as we continue to dream about what's next for Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, one thing is clear. This PDA alert wasn't a one-time thing. It was a glimpse into a love that's blossoming boldly, beautifully, and unapologetically. And if this night is anything to go by, lovely viewers, then the journey ahead promises even more cozy, romantic, and unforgettable moments. Social media has practically exploded, with hashtags about Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo trending not just in South Korea, but in countries as far as the Philippines, Indonesia, the US, and even parts of Europe. Fans are calling this the couple moment of the year. And honestly, who could argue? The sight of them being so cozy and unbothered at a glamorous event gave the world something to smile about, something warm and hopeful to hold on to. Imagine scrolling through your feed and suddenly seeing clips of them laughing, whispering, and leaning into each other. You'd probably stop mid-scroll, heart racing, and hit replay a dozen times. That's exactly what's happening across timelines right now. Some fans are creating edits set to romantic songs, stitching together every glance and touch into mini love stories. Others are posting emotional threads about how seeing their favorite stars find happiness makes them believe in love again. Lovely viewers, it's not just entertainment anymore. It's healing for many. Behind the scenes, whispers from the event are just as thrilling. Staff members reportedly said the couple was inseparable even off camera. One insider claimed that during breaks, Lee Min-ho would gently check if Song Hye Kyo was comfortable, offering her water or fixing a loose strand of her hair. Can you picture that? The tall, dashing Lee Min-ho in a sharp suit, carefully tucking a lock of hair behind her ear while she smiles softly at him. If that doesn't sound like a K-drama scene come to life, what does? Another juicy detail comes from the dance floor. Remember how fans noticed them swaying close to each other? Well, an insider revealed that Lee Min-ho actually requested the song that played during that slow dance. That little tidbit has fans screaming all over again, because it wasn't just spontaneous affection, it was a carefully thought-out romantic gesture. The idea that he orchestrated the perfect moment for them to share a dance under soft lights has made people swoon non-stop. Lovely viewers, think about the impact of this PDA on their next public appearance. Will they now embrace the spotlight as a couple, showing up together at premieres and charity galas? Or will they keep us on our toes, dropping hints of their relationship in small, intimate ways? Fans are already predicting that their next big event could see them walking the red carpet hand in hand. No more hiding, no more hesitation. Can you imagine the cheers, the flashing cameras, the global headlines that would follow such a moment? And here's something interactive for you. If Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were to make their first official couple appearance, what kind of event would you want it to be? A movie premiere? Fashion gala? A charity fundraiser where they not only show their love but also their kindness? Drop your answers in the comments because your vision might be exactly what fans around the world are hoping for too. The PDA at this glamorous event has, in many ways, set the tone for their future. It's no longer just about whether they're together. It's about how they're choosing to share that love with the world. And the beauty of it is, they're doing it in a way that feels authentic, not forced. This is the kind of love story that doesn't just belong to them. It feels like it belongs to all of us, giving us something to celebrate, something to root for, something to hold dear. Lovely viewers, the cozy glances, the soft laughter, the subtle touches. These are the memories fans will carry until the next big moment arrives. And if this event is any indication, we won't be waiting too long for another heart-stopping public display of affection. The stage is set, the anticipation is high, and the love story of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo is unfolding right before our eyes in the most magical way possible.